And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, the Mr. Man, here on Geek Society. And yeah, we're gonna go into the story now. And these are gonna be like some really like quick stories, I should say, you know. And for those of you who check out my other videos, which are segments of this show, just make sure to check them out, on my channel on YouTube. And yeah, it's pretty much just me talking about the news of entertainment stuff, but it's on the internet, but it's not the whole thing, it's just small snippets. Yeah, so check them out. Anyway, we're going to the news, and first we're gonna talk trailers. And the first two trailers that we're not gonna talk about all trailers that came out, but we're gonna talk about the ones that I found interesting. And here we go, we're gonna talk about two: Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. And first we'll talk about Captain Marvel, because Avengers 4 is only gonna take like 10 minutes of just me talking about it. But basically, with Captain Marvel, the trailer was, I would say it was not lackluster, it was a little bit better than usual, but I feel like as though there was like just I feel like the biggest problem with Captain Marvel is that it had, I don't know, I feel like with Wonder Woman it had that optimism, because it was like the first female superhero movie, you know what I mean? Technically it was. Well, there was Catwoman, but we don't have to count that because that movie wasn't that good. But with Wonder Woman being successful, there was also that optimistic feel because she was in World War One. She was fighting for something, you know what I mean? Captain Marvel feels a little more different. It's not going backwards, but it's trying to lend itself more to the same like formula that Marvel always does. I feel like with Marvel, like every 10 years or maybe every 5 or 2 years, they should just change their formula up a bit, maybe add this or make this developed or develop the villain more or develop the side characters more or have the side characters do this. I don't know, I just feel like in general with Captain Marvel's trailer, it did good as a trailer to get me excited for the movie. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not too motivated to see what Captain Marvel will do for her part. But I don't know, I just saw the trailer, like we like probably like a few days ago when it came out, and it was pretty okay, I just wouldn't say that it's the greatest trailer of all time. I'll just say that it's just like it reveals only like some of the main stuff, like where she came from or where she lost her memories, what she does with the Kree, and Nick Fury. There's scenes with him and her, and I don't know. I feel like it was just, I think one YouTuber said it was like an extended version of the regular teaser. Nothing really changed. It didn't show like any super action set piece. It did actually. Like the last part showed her at full power. Flying into space for energy beams. That was pretty cool. But it had like a lot of CGI in it. Which was okay, I guess. But at the same time, it's like okay. That works. But I feel like that show more like emotion. I feel like. But anyway, now moving on to Avengers 4, and that trailer came out like literally like when I woke up. I woke up this morning, I saw the trailer, and yeah, stuff got real. Like it was just emotional. Like, I'm not gonna describe the trailer too much. I'm not gonna even say the name of it, but it was a name that we all knew it was gonna be. Basically, I'm just gonna tell that as a teaser. It was the name that we all knew was gonna be the name the whole time. The Russo Brothers kept saying that it wasn't gonna be called that. I think on my show, I think I talked about it. I talked about how it would be called this, but they said no. But I was surprised. I was like, yo, that was there's no way it wasn't gonna be the name. I feel like I say that now, but at current time I thought it was gonna be Annihilation, but it's not that now. I don't know, I'm surprised, ladies and gentlemen, that's the case. But it was like a really good trailer, had like basically I'm just gonna describe it in general. I'm not gonna fully spoil the trailer. It's impossible to spoil a trailer, because it's on YouTube, so I'm gonna put a link to it. Anyway, that's the end of Kevin Hart stepping down as the host of the Oscars. I think I heard that he was gonna be the host of the Oscars like yesterday when I was editing the movie, and now all of a sudden he's quitting. It's like literally like, I was like, wow, just no time whatsoever. He just all of a sudden quits. Anyway, next story. Russo Brothers talk about the Fox deal, particularly the X-Men and Deadpool. And they've been talking like for a while now. I haven't gotten any news or updates about the Fox acquisition. I heard that it's pretty close right now. It's almost done. That's pretty good though, because at least knowing that it's almost done gives me, some makes my heart warm inside, knowing that the X-Men will just suddenly appear alongside the Avengers. You know, I think I heard like another rumor. It's a rumor, so take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. It might not be true. I might be wrong. Like the next 2 months, maybe 2 weeks from now, if the deal that done that fast, that'd be funny. Christmas Day, yeah, the Fox heroes are now the Marvel heroes, blah blah. And I'd be like, wow, it's Christmas. That's probably my best Christmas gift, just to see the X-Men now. But here on Deadline.com, title is The Russo Brothers on Welcoming Deadpool, X-Men into Marvel Universe, Disney's take on Infinity War ending, injecting politics into blockbusters. Now, here we go. And filmmakers Joe and Anthony Russo believe they will soon be orchestrating an even bigger flock of A-list talent on screen as the Disney-Fox merger introduces the X-Men and Deadpool to the Marvel Universe. Quote, I am sure of it, Joe Russo said. The acquisition of Fox is showing us where the future of the business is going to. Disney CEO Bob Iger has had a historic run over the past dozen years. He added, we haven't talked to him about when he's going to do it, but enlarging the Marvel tent and cross-pollinating characters is a key aspect of the $71.3 billion deal. And the brothers made comments during a rare public appearance during a Business Insider ignition. Moderator Janice Min, a former magazine editor and now a content executive at Jeffrey Kannenberg's mobile video startup, Quibi, invited them to break the internet and reveal the title of the just wrapped fourth Avengers installment. They politely declined. We like to, but we won't, Joe Russo smiled. They did hold forth apply on many other topics, including the state of their new production boutique HBO, the viability of the 2-hour feature film, and how they smuggled political ideas into the biggest of big canvas productions. Although the brothers have never been Michael Moore, like in terms of expressing their politics on screen, they do try to incorporate their points of view on social and political themes, even in vast hyper-commercial Marvel franchises. We try not to be dogmatic about it, Anthony Russo said, but we try to run at those ideas of whatever is giving us nightmares. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good so far, I feel like just to quickly talk about it, for the segment, for the X-Men, even though it can mean like a business complexity, like a whole different layer of confusion when it comes to Disney owning Fox now, because people will say, yeah, this the big six studios, and now they say, wait, Disney owns Fox, but does that? And it's like, no, they don't own each other. Only Fox is owned by Disney, and that's it. People say, but blah blah blah, and that's this, and they're over there. I'm like, it becomes confusing, especially in a business standpoint, Yeah, because Disney already owns a lot of stuff like ESPN and ABC News and all this other stuff. It would be funny if like Disney suddenly just bought, Apple and Google, and suddenly, that if they did that, they'll instantly become a monopoly. The story on io9.gizmodo.com, and that is, sorry guys, I was just running around, I had to go to the laboratory, and that is Daredevil was canceled on Netflix. Like I said before, right before I had to leave, that was like probably the only show on Netflix that I, had generally cared about. Luke Cage was fine. I didn't really see Jessica Jones. I heard it was like really good, but I didn't see it. Iron Fist was okay too. But the first season of Daredevil really gripped me, especially with Punisher. Punisher really gripped me, not like super much, but it was really good, I like Punisher. Because it was like super violent, Daredevil was violent too. It was like dark, and that was something that I truly appreciated from the show. It gave the character more room to grow. It was slow, but I feel like it was natural. I don't know what it was about the first season of Daredevil, but it just felt something like it just felt new. it felt new. That's what I like the most, you know. And with Agents of Shield, the Marvel ABC TV show, and I heard that. I mean, I saw like what season? I think I saw like the season which they were in space. That was a really good season. I like the season a lot, you know, because they had like that guy, that general, turned into like I forgot the name of the person he was. You know, he had like the power to like control gravity. You know, at the end of the season, that was like super cool. You know, especially they didn't have that much budget for a special effects thing, but it was super cool. Especially at Ghost Rider. You know, only briefly for like the season before that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, the actor who played him was pretty cool. I mean, at first I was kind of doubting, like, oh, it's gonna be a different actor. I don't know. It's not Nicolas Cage, but they had the original Ghost Rider, not Nicolas Cage, of course, you know, but the original Ghost Rider, like Johnny Blaze, appear as Ghost Rider form, give Gabriel Luna the power of the Ghost Rider just by touching his face. You know, I was like, you know, this is a good character. I like this character now. I liked Gabriel Luna's interpretation of Ghost Rider. You know, it was pretty cool. You know, he was more aggressive and more ferocious. Anyway, back to Daredevil. And I'm kind of appalled by why they would cancel it so fast. They canceled already Iron Fist. They canceled Luke Cage. Jessica Jones is still around, and the Defenders are still around. You know what I mean? It's like a miniseries on all of them coming together. And I don't know why they would cancel it so fast. You know, it was like it's on season 3, and I don't know. I didn't see season 2 yet. I haven't seen season 3 yet. You know. But I saw season 1 though, and season 1 was so good, man. I saw it like twice. You know, that's how much I liked the season. I saw it twice in a row. You know what I mean? And that was a really good season. You know what I mean? Just had like Daredevil just start his role as the official vigilante. And I don't know why. I mean, it was like a business decision. You know, like the reason why it was canceled. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, is because I learned this from the information. So I'm not this like super wise guy. You know, I learned it from the internet. All this stuff is learned. You feel me? It's all learned from prior research. And what I learned about the cancellation is because Disney's creating a new service called Disney Plus. I don't know why they gave that name. It's kind of weird. You know, but Disney Plus is going to be a new streaming service for Disney now, and they're going to move all their Marvel and Star Wars and Disney content, anything that Disney owns content-wise, is going to go into that streaming service, so they can make all kinds of money on the streaming service and leave Netflix in the dust. And I think Daredevil was one of these shows that they're gonna move, you know. So I think Disney said they were gonna like reiterate the character in a different form or something like that, and that the Netflix shows of Daredevil, like the seasons, like 3 seasons, will still remain. So as of now, those seasons that are already on Netflix will remain on Netflix, but they will continue on as something else in the future. And you know, before the segment ends, I'd like to say thank you guys just for watching. You know, so go on the channel, check it out, and